Hello friends, welcome to my channel, Lo's Life and Lessons. My channel is all about all kinds of random topics, makeup, beauty, healthy aging, lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about a bit of a more serious topic. And as you can see from the title of this video, everyone needs a therapist. Now, I am not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist. I don't have any special education in that field. This video is really all about my own opinion and my own observations of people and myself and my family and my community over 76 years. You know, sometimes we think that a therapist is only for people who have a very serious mental illness or a very serious addiction to a substance or to gambling or anything like that. But honestly, I think that we all need a therapist, especially in this world today. You know, we all come from dysfunctional families. Now, I'm sure this is not a shock to you. The fact is, we are human beings, and all parents in parenting their children do the best they can, but many of us lack skills. We never had skills. We maybe never had a good model in our own parents. And so, unfortunately, mistakes are passed down from generation to generation in the way people are parenting their children. So, therefore, every family is dysfunctional to one degree or another. Now, the dysfunction can be on a spectrum. It can be quite minimal or it can be quite serious. But as we get older, we might come to realize that and we think, you know what, I want to change that in myself. I want to unlearn that lesson that my parents gave me, whether they did it purposely or not purposely. I want to get rid of some of those negative messages that came from my parents. And again, some of these messages may have been on purpose or not on purpose. But we have a responsibility as we grow older to make sure that we have the most peaceful, happy life that we can have, that we feel good about ourselves and that we feel good about our decisions and the best we can, and learn to forgive ourselves when we make mistakes, because you bet we're going to make mistakes because we're only human. It's a really good thing that in the past few years, mental illness has been looked upon less now as something to be ashamed of, something to be embarrassed about. You know, when I was younger, it was really a shameful thing to have a mental illness. It was something that families wanted to hide, and they just did not want to talk about it. And I'm so happy that this is changing, that I can see big changes in this area. But it still exists, that shame about mental illness. And so you think, well, if I go to a therapist, then I'm admitting that I have a mental illness. Going to a therapist is really all about self-care. It's about getting to know yourself and to learn certain skills and strategies for dealing with things that are going to happen in your life that will cause you stress, that will cause pain, that will challenge your ability to keep on an even keel. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Therapists are very highly educated and very highly skilled, and it costs a lot of money to go to a therapist, and many people do not have the money to go to a therapist. Even people who have insurance, oftentimes that insurance pays only for 80% of the visit. But if you do have insurance, I encourage you to be willing to spend that extra 20% on going to a therapist, because your health, both mental and physical, is priority in your life. If you don't have insurance that would pay for part of your therapy, try to find some kind of assistance or save up your money. It is well worth it. Talking about your feelings, and that's what we do when we go to a therapist, is part of taking care of yourself. It's part of recognizing your feelings and having them validated. Talking about your feelings means that you are doing what is good for you, and you are learning ways to help manage anxiety and depression. And we all have anxiety and depression at times. My daughter, ever since she was a child, suffered from mental and physical illness, and still does. Now, it is not for me to tell her story, but what I will share with you is how that affected me as a mother. No parent wants to see their child suffer. It is one of the hardest things in life, is to watch your child suffer and be helpless to do anything to alleviate that suffering, to comfort that child. It is absolutely devastating. Now, years ago, I did go to several different therapists at different times, and the issue was how to deal with my daughter's illness, how to maintain a peaceful life for myself and deal with my own anxiety and depression. In the mid 90s, I met a therapist, a woman, and she and I just clicked right off the bat. And so ever since then, I am blessed to have her in my life. And I've gone to her as my therapist off and on for all these years and continue to do so. I find that it really helps me. I just see her about once a month. I have a little list in my head of things that I want to talk to her about, things that I want her opinion about, things that I want her to validate what I have done in certain situations, or to give me suggestions, or to simply listen to what's going on in my life. Everyone can use a little bit of help when life throws a curveball, and it happens in everybody's life. And many people seek therapy because they find that they're always feeling angry or depressed or sad. Others may need help in dealing with some kind of a chronic illness, be that physical or mental. And this illness is sapping their energy and preventing them from living a happy and fulfilling life. Still others may be dealing with a divorce or the death of a spouse or a move to a different country or even a different state or a different province. These are huge life changes, and sometimes we need help dealing with that. Sometimes we need help in just dealing with our emotions. Sometimes our emotions are all over the place and we don't understand where they come from. Or you may be looking for ways to reach your full potential. You feel that you're not getting ahead in life the way you want to, and so you need some advice and you need some encouragement to do that. Therapy can help you stop worrying. Some people are just chronic worriers, and that is one that was really important in my life. I had to stop worrying about my daughter because it was taking my energy and preventing me from living life to my full potential. Therapy allows you to also get a sense of how you appear to others. If you find that you're having a lot of conflict with other people and you may not understand that, and so talking it over with a therapist might help you come to the root of the problem. Therapy helps you get to know yourself better so that you can get along better with your family, with your coworkers, with friends, and understand the interactions that you have with other people. So therapy is for everyone. And finally, we have just gone through a worldwide COVID pandemic. So all of us, I believe, are suffering from some degree of post-traumatic stress because this has been a trauma to each and every person in the world. So just only for that reason, we all could use some therapy. I hope you've enjoyed this. Tell me what you think about this. Do you think we all need therapy? Have you benefited from therapy? And how do you feel about going to therapy yourself? Do you think it's useful? Did it help you? Would you consider doing that in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all so much, and I really appreciate you supporting my channel. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.